I'm there for like an hour and to just let the ads run and they're like, wow, we're getting so many new patients. This is amazing. Organic is like a scam. Like they did 15 cases at $75,000 in Invisalign revenue from
Wow,
$700 in ad spend. They didn't do any other marketing.
that's crazy.
Join fucking Cinemarketer now, man, and pay them in full. Don't fucking monthly pay them, man. I just made 40,000 this month. The only reason why I collected that much is because of you guys.
I will never know everything. I will never know enough to continue on the trajectory that I'm on. I should always be investing into myself and my skills and knowledge. And I think ultimately that's like such an important distinction to make. Welcome back to the unofficial podcast that doesn't have a name. I just do YouTube videos and we just talk about cool stuff and how to make money with videos and ads. So, Alex, my man, dude, thanks for hopping on. You have been with us for how long now? Like what, 5, 6, 7 months?
Yeah,
Crazy, right?
since May, it's November now.
May. Yeah. Okay. That's right. So earlier this year, you ended up coming on to work with us. Let's first start off with a quick intro. Just like who are you? What kind of clients do you help? And then what are you currently doing with your business right now?
Yeah, so my name's Alex. I live in Winnipeg, and I've been working with clinics for about 5 years. I was working with a big marketing agency for a while, and then I just realized like just constantly traveling, working for someone wasn't for me. Came home, uh, started working with a men's health clinic. Absolutely got amazing results for them, and then I kind of just started getting more clinics, and then I didn't get a new client for about a year. That's where I got really scared because I had pretty much all my eggs in one basket. So I'm like, if these clients leave me, I'm gonna be homeless.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a good thing you're not homeless. You actually just got a home, which is
Yeah.
which
Yes.
is great. That's a good turnaround. So, because when did you get it? When did you guys just moved in recently, right?
Yeah. So I think so. I got we got this house, which was already over our budget, but it was our like dream home. And we said if we found our dream home, we'll make it happen. And this is where we're gonna have our kids. We're gonna be grow old here. And but literally 2 weeks after we got this house, after all the expenses, came across your guys's like ads and stuff like that. And I was like, shit, like this might be exactly what I need. And like now that I have all these extra expenses, I was even more worried. I was like, this this might be like this is how I need because I always talk about growing. I need to grow. I need to do better. Never do anything about it. So it was a hard commitment to do,
Yeah.
especially with everything going on in my life. But thank God I took that leap of faith with you guys.
Yeah, dude, I'm pumped for you. It's super cool to see kind of what you're doing now and where you're at. It's also very common. Most people kind of get to a position where like expenses are not above their head, but like things are in a position where it's like I got to make a change. But then it's like, well, I have to spend even more money. What are you talking about? Like that's that's super scary to even think about. So you guys and you just recently moved into the home, right? So was it were you guys building it or did you purchase it? Was it a development? Like what was that?
No, it's like it's an older home. It's like built in like the
Okay.
70s or whatever, but we knew buying this house there would be a lot of work to do. So that was also just like
Yeah.
it's a lot of stress getting engaged as well, buying a new house. I was like, but I was like there's if I don't do this now, I'm never going to do it. Like I just
Yeah.
with everything going on there's like cliche, but there's never a good time, but
Oh,
It's
100%.
it's really the truth, like, you
Yeah.
yeah.
The best time is literally right now. Like it's the soonest you can do it. So, fill us in real quick. What were you doing in like revenue before? Because you also DJ. And it's probably I would assume more of like a fun thing you do. It's probably not a revenue driver for the most part. But
Ye
what were you doing in revenue average before working with us? And like where are you at right now with the video business?
yeah, yeah, the DJing stuff is, like, just more for fun on the side. That's actually how I got into, videography, was, filming DJs and stuff like that, so I thought I was gonna be, like, a touring videographer, for DJs, like, that was my dream, and then, yeah, my mom
Yeah.
was like, "Dude, did that yeah, you're not gonna wanna do that." I'm like, "You don't know what I want." Like, but, yeah, before Cinemarketer, it was roughly around 10 to 15K uh around there and
Yeah.
sometimes lower, but for the most part, it was consistently around 10 to 15.
Yeah, okay, and then where are you at, like, right now? Like, would you do I guess we're almost at end of November. What'd you do, like, this month and the month before? Like, where are you currently hovering with the business?
Yeah, so in October, that was by far my best month where I did 41,000 in revenue. And now I'm consistently at 25K a month, hoping to get to at least 35, 40 consistently.
Yeah,
Because obviously October, I hit that, um, but I want to get there consistently because I've been getting
yeah.
the pay in full.
Yeah, 100%. And how did it feel, man, collecting that much in cash in 1 month?
Yeah, it's pretty nuts, collecting that amount, like, because 'cause I've always done monthly packages or, collecting,
Yeah,
1,500, 2,000, I have one client that is a bigger client, for 8,000 a month, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And so with this new offer, the fact that I can be way more hands off, spend 95% less time and make
mhm,
like almost the same amount is like I was just like, I can't believe this new offer
yeah.
works. Like
Well,
it was
let's talk about that for a second because, yeah, you do have one client paying a lot of money, and, like, what are the deliverables for that? Because it's quite a bit, right?
Yeah, so it's daily posting on the clinic account and then 15 posts for the surgeon's account. So it ends up being like 30 reels
Yeah,
in a month and
that's
on
crazy.
top of doing photography for all their services and patients and staff and stuff like that. So
Yeah, and the new offer, though, how much work is that?
It's I it's like 3 shoots, and I'm there for, like, an hour, and to just let the ads run, and they're like, "Wow, we're getting so many new patients, this is amazing," and
So
then,
it's like a fraction the amount of work, but
it
they're getting are they getting better results, do you think?
100%. Like, I just launched, a new dental patient, and they're actually using the lead tracker. So
That's good.
all the leads are going into the Google Sheet, and they're actually filling it out, and it's all booked, and they're just super pumped. And it's like this like she's like an older lady. I don't want to say her age. I shouldn't say her age, but she's
Yeah, it's like
she's an older woman, and they're like a
yeah,
mom and pop dental shop. And I'm like, I definitely judged the book by its cover, like, I was like, "I don't know if these guys are gonna be interested," like, they're older, but, like,
yeah,
I explained the process, and they're like, "Well, we've never really invested in marketing, like, it's kind of a lot," but they're like, "Everything you're saying makes sense, we love the process, we love you, like, let's do it," and now they're super happy, they can't even believe that, like, all the new patients that they're getting and how fast we were able to turn around, uh,
yeah.
getting
Yeah,
everything
that's
set up.
awesome. How did you feel initially when about the idea of, like, running ads for people? Because you didn't run ads before when you first started working with us, right? How did you
No.
feel about that idea of, like, was it scary or was it, like, what you wanted to do?
I I never really had an opinion, like, I always knew people would, like, run ads, but I felt like there was so much noise where it's like I had no idea what to think about it, like, does that
Yeah.
really help? Because 'Cause I've had success with organic and clinics having, like, "Wow, they come to your page, it looks so pretty," but we have no
Yeah.
idea what we're
Yeah.
actually doing, and we're kinda always guessing our strategy, and
Mhm.
so yeah, I didn't really have a opinion. I honestly had not much knowledge on it, so it was I was honestly scared that I was gonna sell this, or I wasn't gonna be able to sell it because I wasn't super knowledgeable on it. But
Yeah.
with all the resources that you gave, it was like you just it's all there as long as you literally just do the modules. It's impossible to fail. Like
Yeah.
just yeah. I don't know if I
It's
curse on this.
No,
Like
you can, it's alright. Well, say whatever you want. But yeah, it's I think it's, like, 100% true. It's like we literally show you just, like, click this button, run this thing, and you will start getting leads. And, so for you, man, you were, like, hovering on 10 to 15, and you were there for a while, and you part of the reason why kinda you're nervous, you're like, "I gotta figure something out so I can start getting more leads, close more deals, make more money, have more consistency, and just increase your monthly revenue too. You were able to go from that to like 40K collected, 20 to 25 consistently, but you did like 40K in a month and you had a bunch of pips. You can go do it again now that you know how to run ads. What do you think ultimately, like, what was the biggest thing that you think you did, or the biggest shift or belief shift or things that you did differently that ultimately allowed you to be able to hit a revenue number like that last month?
Joining the calls, first of all, has helped tremendously because hearing you guys constantly say the same things like stop coaching people, stop talking, ask the right questions. And as soon as I started really doing that, like just asking questions and getting them to realize how much they need it, like that helped tremendously. And then also just seeing all the other creatives that everyone else is doing and showcasing, like, some of my clients and testimonials that I have, like, um, it's really just a no-brainer when someone sees all the results that you have or the people that you work with, it's,
Yeah.
basically just so much credibility where it's like, I could be really shitty at sales and they still buy it, but it's, like, just showing, like, everything as much as I can, like, on those ads and them, like, just not, like making them feel really stupid for not wanting to do it, honestly, is what
Yeah.
is what I've just learned to do, so I wouldn't say I'm very, like, good at sales, but I'm honestly just I think with my sales stuff, I tried to be less salesy and more myself and talk
Mhm.
less, and I found
Yep.
that that really helps.
Yeah, for sure. So in terms of sales calls, that totally makes sense. I'd also go to say that like you can be the best salesperson in the world, but at the end of the day, the offer needs to be a no-brainer. Like if the offer itself isn't good, you can be the best salesperson in the world. You're still gonna have a hard time closing. So in your opinion, what is it about this offer that like that we're teaching, the one that you're running now? Like what is it about this offer that's just so good in your opinion? What are the factors in it that are just like no-brainer for these clients?
So when I get on these calls, um, these like, obviously, most business people are super busy. But what these clinic owners really like is that they know exactly what I'm talking about, the machines I'm talking about, the procedures I'm talking about. And they love when I'm like, well, we do these video ads and find a winning creative that brings consistent patients. And then you don't have to keep filming constantly. We don't have time to be
Mm.
filming once a week. And so when I frame it like that they don't have to spend all this time filming videos or stuff like that, or I even say we could bring an actor in. They just love that I'm gonna bring them fresh, like, video ads, and they don't have to do, like, anything, and as long as you make it, like, super clear with, like, the script that you guys give, it's like they're gonna make a huge ROI with going with you.
Yeah. And in terms of ROI, how is this offer from, like, before? Because before you I assume you were doing primarily, like, organic, really high volume of a ton of content, social management, all that. How does this offer primarily differ from that in terms of how quickly and how consistently people are able to actually get tangible results?
It's insane, like, I don't honestly, I think organic is like a scam. Like it's actually
Yeah.
just yeah, I shared it with the group that we did an Invisalign day with our dental
Mm.
client. They spent $700 in ads. They filled out an entire day for an Invisalign promo. They just took $1,000 off. They did 15 cases at $75,000 in Invisalign revenue from
Wow.
$700 in ad spend. They didn't do any other marketing.
That's crazy. And that was how many creatives? Off of how many creatives brought that in?
Too.
2 videos, 2 short videos, and that's what was able to do. That's amazing.
And it's like a small clinic in like a not a like the best area. Like it's
Yeah, yeah. So, in your opinion, what would you recommend to people? Because we talked to a bunch of guys, like in the video space, that are obviously still doing organic, right? And trying to make that work. And a big issue we see is so many people have a hard time selling because the time delay to go from the client paying them to getting a result, first of all, is unknown. It's still a question mark. We don't even know if you're going to get a result. But then it's like churn is such a big problem because they'll say like you got to give us at least 3 months of consistently posting and posting like hundreds of pieces of content, and then maybe hopefully you'll start seeing something. But with this though, it's like, dude, you're to start getting qualified leads within like a week, right? Like coming through your door, people raising their hand saying, I want to buy what you have to offer. which is just like an absolute game changer. And so anyway, what would you say to like creatives that are maybe in a similar position as kind of what you were in before, that are maybe nervous or afraid to get into ads? They want to kind of stay in like their lane. Or how about this one where most videographers are like, oh, that's like a marketer's job. My job is just to do the video. I'm not a marketing company. I'm supposed to just do that. They can go do that. What would you say to those people?
Um, I would say that they're gonna be stuck in the same position that I was. I was stuck there for 3 years, and I always thought that I was just gonna have to constantly film and be editing and doing these maybe one-off projects or getting organic content and having to, pay someone to do social media management and content ideas and all these things that are so time consuming. Yeah, I mean, I think impossible is a big word, but I think it's extremely hard to scale to what your goal is by doing that and not doing ads. I've done organic for most of my career, and I still
Mhm.
am doing organic. I think doing organic has helped absolutely me doing ads though. Like you need to understand how to market and what videos to make and stuff like that. But the world is changing every day and it's like organic is not it's not sustainable.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that 100%. Um, what made you niche down with like medical clinics and stuff? Was it because you kind of started out with them and you just wanted to continue down that path? Or like is there something specific about the business model that makes it just easier for you? Like what were those factors?
Yeah, I think I just the marketing company I worked for, I worked with some pretty high level dentists.
Yeah.
They opened up some big clinics. I got to go to like Vegas with them for like an Invisalign conference. I got to learn a ton from them, and they kept referring me to like other clinics. So I kind of just got thrown into it. But then I realized how much they value me, and uh, it just yeah, it felt really good to help these business owners, and in some cases where my men's health clinic, they're helping, uh, men with cancer and stuff like that, and actually,
That's
like,
cool.
this is crazy, I haven't really even shared this, but the men's health clinic guys, uh, the owner, he's a urologist, he actually worked on my dad who passed away from cancer, like, so
Oh
but
wow.
I didn't know that a year working into actually filming with him because I was like, "Oh, like, that" because I didn't know all the stuff that he specialized in, and then we had a conversation, and he, like, literally put it in his search, and he's like, "Yeah, like" yeah, he's like, "I worked on your dad." I was like, "That's"
Wow. That's crazy.
yeah,
Small world.
so helping even those clinics in that world where it's like, obviously, I wanna make these business owners money too, but also in the medical world,
Yeah.
it's really cool to help educate people and on, cancer's a really scary thing and it can happen to young men as well, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. That's wow. That's wild, dude.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Um, but yeah, I mean, just in general, the business model is really easy, as you can tell, to get them like really good lead flow too. Well, in your opinion, what goes into like with an offer like this, just video marketing offer in general, what goes into picking a really good niche, like in your opinion?
If you can get good results for, like, 1 or 2 of, in that industry, like, even 1 person, you don't
Yeah.
even need 2, and as long as you can repeat those results or you're constantly doing it, it's really just easy to replicate it for each, like, business model that's, like, in that industry. Like, I've worked with clinics for years and years now, and I know what's gonna drive patients to actually book, and so the clinic owners will give me their money because the way I say it and the way I talk about it every day. Every day is marketing for clinics,
Hmm.
and maybe I'm lying when I say that, but the way I say it is like they believe it and they see my page, they see my ad. This is who I wanna go with
Hmm.
because it's just like yeah, I'm just very excited about it, passionate about it, but it's because I've done it for a while now and I've replicated and I know I can bring them results because
Yeah.
I've
Well, and
spent
you're
so much
because
time on it.
you're niche, right? Like, and you've already worked with them. You already have experience in that industry specifically. Like, you have industry. Um, industry specific knowledge, which is really important. So you can like speak their language, right? So you're not just talking like general business terms because then you can't really relate to them. So you're able to speak their language. You understand their unique problems because you've solved a problem before. So you understand intricately like what marketing processes and specifically they need and what they're trying to sell and their order value. And then because of that, you're able to craft like an offer specific to what works best for those industries to sell their offer, which then means you can productize the offer. When you productize the offer, you're then able to literally sell the same thing over and over again and then provide continuous, predictable, repeatable results, which I think is great. And I think you picked like a perfect niche, honestly. Like it's a really good fit. And it's cool to see how much you're crushing for all these guys. In your opinion, Alex, what do you think was the biggest like mindset shift that you had to make early on, kind of when you first started working with us, that ultimately like changed how you operated in the business?
I think honestly just believing that this offer and ads work. Like, cause I at the start, I just like, is this gonna work in my city? Like, am I gonna come off like as like a douche? Like, I don't wanna be in front of the camera.
Mm,
I don't wanna do sales. Like, I was like, I just wanna
yeah.
go back to my comfy life before. But I was
Mm,
like, there's you guys had so much you have so much credibility, so many testimonials, so many people crushing it. I was like, I just gotta do everything they're telling me to do, and I really just yeah, honestly, just following the program and listening to you guys is what, I that's I guess that's not really, like, the mindset shift, but I guess
it was a belief shift though. Like it
yeah,
was, you wanted to kind of stay with what you knew, like in
yeah,
your what you were comfortable with, right?
yeah.
And it sounds like you really kind of leaned on the fact that the community obviously helps a lot too. Just seeing the constant wins and seeing like the fact that everyone's running the same offer and we have proof that it works. So like that probably helped out a lot too. Like, hey, just trust the process. Um, which is why I think the community is so valuable too. One of the reasons. Um, and then well, you being in front of a camera is also a big one. I talk to a lot of guys that are like, no, I want to stay behind it. I don't want to be in front of it. How important do you think it is to be in front of the camera and to like run these types of ads if you want to grow your business?
I yeah, it's absolutely crucial. Like, when they get on the call and they're like, "Oh, yeah, like, I loved your ad," like, there's
Yeah.
already, like, immediately, there's, like it changes it changes everything, like, you being in front of the camera, and, I'm testing out, like, having my fiancé on the ad as well, but, I still have, like, the ads of me running too, and
Yep.
I have a retargeting one of me as well, so
Nice.
they still see me when they get on the call. But, yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's also just how can you market for other people if you can't market yourself? Like
100%. You got to practice what you preach, right? Like if you're going to deliver people results and say that videos and ads are so important, you should probably be doing it for yourself too to get clients. What do you think was like the biggest aha moment for you? Like when you started working with us and you kind of started getting in the weeds, what do you think was the moment in which you went, "Oh, holy shit, this works," or this is how this needs to happen, and that really like kind of started that up curve for you, do you think?
as soon as I started getting piffs, like people like
Paying in
because
full
I'm like,
up front.
what? Like this is just a one time thing. Like this is like,
I got lucky.
and then I got another one, and then I got another one, and then yeah, doing a 40K in a month. Like you told me that 6 months ago, I'd be like, yeah, right. How? Like
Yeah.
it just so I think as soon as watched my own calls and be like, wow, this person just is in trusting me with, like $10,000 in from one call, like I I didn't believe it. I was like, this isn't gonna work. This is not gonna work. So once I started doing it, I'm like, I immediately got that confidence and yeah, I think I was like, now I just gotta double my ad spend. Like
Yeah.
this works. This
Oh, dude,
100%
especially
works.
yours, like, not only are you getting closes, but they're paying you in full upfront. So, like, what was your first, what was your pay in full amount that you got, the first one you did?
9,500.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
9,500, they just paid you. That was a huge shift, I'm sure. And I think that's the case with most guys. Like, when they follow the script, they follow the process, and they follow, like, the exact methods to be able to, like, pitch pay in full and then collect, like, the cash and then deliver for clients, which is the other thing too, not to digress here too much, but, like, it's one thing to, like, close people and get really good at sales. It's another to have an offer that actually fulfills on what you tell them you're gonna do. Right, and, like, you're not and that probably also helps a lot too with your confidence and conviction to be able to collect it up front because you know you're gonna make them so much more in return, which you already have. Yeah, that's nuts, bro. I remember my first PIF too. I was like, what just happened? It was the
Yeah,
craziest
and,
thing.
like, getting the 2 in, like, the span of, like, 2 weeks, I was like, "What?" And but then I'm like, "Can I fulfill all this?" But now it's like now it's good. I got a VA, I got a new videographer, like, thing I'm, like, ready to take on more.
How'd you feel about the event, man? You came out to Puerto Rico. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Was that, like, worth it? Was it valuable? Like, what were some of the biggest takeaways you got from that, from being around the guys in person and stuff?
Yeah, no, Puerto Rico was huge. Like, I already booked, Orlando. I'm super excited for that. Well, I wasn't gonna go initially, actually, because
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know, like,
sure.
I'm not that close with, like, any of the guys, but, like, I'm friends with some of them, like, I'm busy, right?
Yeah,
And then I got those 2 piffs. I'm like, "Hey, I just made 40,000 this month. I have to go. Like, this I'd be stupid not to, right? The only reason why I collected that much is because of you guys." And so, the event was amazing because honestly, like, learning about ads and stuff like that will helpful, but honestly, just learning leadership skills and, like, just being a better, you know, even partner to my fiance and stuff, and just
mm,
the mindset of, like, every speaker, I took something away, and it was just like I came back a completely different person, and yeah, I just, it wasn't even very much learning about, like, the ads, like I said,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
I just felt like I really needed, to hear other leaders speak about their experience and how to handle running a business and all the stress that comes with it.
I think that's the biggest takeaway and value of the events is not so much tactics because like you can watch trainings for tactics, right? You can like watch a video of like how to do this thing or how to launch this. But there's when building a business, just building a good life in general. There's like tactics to implement and then there's limiting beliefs, internal battles, there's personal ideologies, there's like how to become a better man. Like all these things are so crucial and important. Um aside from just tactics. 'Cause you can teach anyone tactics. You can teach anyone like, hey, go click this button, run this ad, use this script, use this framework, go deliver on this, like follow the script. You can say that all you want, but there's a reason that some people get crazy results and some people never move. And I think the biggest change is everyone has access to the same information, but I think the biggest change is really being able to dig deep and like have those like the leadership trainings with Seth and like the just the interpersonal conversations with other guys going through similar things as you. Um, learning from other people that are 500 steps, ahead of where you're at and where you wanna go, and it's just like, that is where the biggest belief shifts happen, and at the end of the day, like, you don't build great businesses by getting access to tactics or watching a YouTube video to learn how to do this. You do it by becoming the person that is capable of achieving those results, and so, on that note, like, with the whole program and also just with Puerto Rico, right, so far over however many months it's been since May, um, how do you feel if anything, how do you feel you have changed just as an individual aside from just like learning how to run ads, deliver for clients? Like, how do you feel like you've changed as a man? You know?
It's improved my life, drastically because I finally feel like I'm actually building the business I've always talked about building. I actually see me building the life that I actually want, and I'm finally on that path, whereas, like, a year ago, I was, like, maybe putting 10%, even though it seemed like, "Oh, I'm really busy," but I knew deep down I wasn't doing anything about it, and I was just everywhere, scattered brained, and now I finally feel like I have a clear path, and I know what I wanna do, and I'm finally getting results, and it's because I'm in this in Cinemarketer. Honestly,
That's so cool.
I wouldn't be anywhere near my goals or, like, the journey that I want in my life.
I love hearing that, man. You put in the work at the end of the day. Like it was ultimately like you are responsible for where you're at. And so I commend you for that. Um, if you could go back, let's say April, May, right before you joined, right? Aside from, "Hey, join Cinemark," aside from that, what would you tell yourself from where you're at now in life? If you were able to sit in front of Alex at that point, what would you say to him? He's sitting in front of you right now, think about it for a second. He's in front of you right now. You got 5 minutes to say something. What are you gonna tell him?
You should join fucking Cinemarketer now, man, and pay them in full. Don't be don't fucking monthly pay 'em, man. Give them like pip, like
But I
pay.
I get so 100%. I'm glad to hear that. That's good that you do it again. But I guess aside from that, like, what do you think you would tell that person? And think back on like the belief system that you had and like the thoughts that you had and the things you didn't do because of fear or doubt or whatever. Like now with the context you have in business of what you're capable of and what it's actually like to do all these things, what what advice would you give them? What would you say to that person?
I would say, like, honestly, everything that you think you know and, like, where you're going, it's not gonna happen, and
Mhm.
you need help, and you need people that are way more successful than you to help you, or else you're never gonna learn it on your own, and, yeah, you just have no idea what you're doing, Alex. Like, you have no idea what you're doing, and you're stuck, and you're gonna stay there forever if you don't stop being a fucking bitch. Like, just fucking do
Mm,
something with your life. Like, you gotta be uncomfortable. And I was
mm.
so comfortable, and I was
Ooh.
fine. I was chilling, and it's just,
So
yeah.
that's actually that's a valid point. You were comfortable. And so many people talk about wanting to make more money, build a better business, be able to do all these things. They say it all the time that it's important to them, but at the end of the day, their comfort keeps them in the same position. So ultimately for you, what do you think the difference was between why you took action, even though you were comfortable, and why 99% of people stay in a place of comfortability and complacency? Like, what ultimately made you pull the trigger to make the decision to pull out of the just state of comfort and kind of skating by?
Well, definitely buying a house and having more expenses was
Yeah,
definitely, like, there,
that's true.
but also just seeing what you guys had, to offer, it was just a no-brainer, like, everything that
Hmm.
I knew. Like with Marlon, like, I'd call him Marlon, I was like, "This is a stranger, like,
Yeah.
I don't know this
Yeah.
guy, gonna is he gonna scam me?" Like, I don't know, like, but, but, like I said, with all the testimonials and credibility you guys have and all the content that you guys had, I went through everything. I went through everything before making a decision, and I hit Marlon with the, I gotta talk to my partner about it," and she was
Yeah.
like, and I explained it to her, and she was like, "Yeah, do it." Like, so I didn't need to talk to her about it. Like,
Yeah.
she was very supportive, and, yeah, so that was, yeah, it was a no-brainer for me.
It's funny because, dude, like 9.9 times out of 10, the wife is always the one to push the husband. She's always like, "You need to do it." Like, "What are you talking about?" It's so funny. And, like, whenever we have calls where they're both on the call, she's always the one looking at him going, "What are you doing? Do it." Like, it's so funny. I love that. It's so funny. But, it's always the guys that are like, "I don't know. I don't know about it," which naturally, like, being generally speaking, the provider of the household and, like, the person responsible, like, it's a little bit more of a burden. It's harder to just say, "Yeah," because it's like the fear of success and burden, the heavy is the crown, all that stuff. But anyway, you don't know what you don't know, and there's so much for you to still learn. And so, like, pull the trigger, invest into yourself, and learn the skills required to take you where you need to go. And you probably didn't go through the same thing, but we talked to so many people, and myself included, when I was first starting my agency, that are like, I can do it on my own. Like I think I can figure this out on my own. Like I'm good. I'm smart enough. And I did that for the first 3 years, and I also was stuck for 3 years and couldn't make more than, like, 10K in a month if I was lucky, and it wasn't until I invested in other people, like mentors and, like, coaches and stuff that were already doing the thing I wanted to do and just pay them, and they showed me how to do it, and now I'm in the exact same boat that, like, even with, because like, we're making a lot of money now, but even to this day, I'm still just, like, throwing money into mentors and coaches constantly. Like, I always have someone that I'm paying to teach me because I always know that, like, I will never know everything. I will never know enough to continue on the trajectory that I'm on. I should always be investing into myself and my skills and knowledge. And I think ultimately that's like such an important distinction to make because I think pride and ego prevents people from, I fully believe it prevents people from actually building the life they want to live because they keep telling themselves they can do it on their own. But then they look back on history and it's like, well, I've been saying that for a year. Nothing's changed, but they still keep telling themselves the same story. So I guess what would you say to someone that's like, I can figure this out on my own? And they just keep telling themselves that. What would you say to that person?
I would say that I thought that I could definitely figure it out on my own. Even on the call with you guys, I'm like, "Yeah, like, I could do this. Why can't I do it?" I'm so smart. I've made it to this point. Like, I have a house. I've got some money. Like, I'm doing well for myself. But yeah, no, it's all bullshit. And it's literally a bunch of crap. And you need help. You need other leaders in your life, and it's just
Mhm.
you cannot grow to what you want without it. Like
Mm.
I 99% of people will fail in my opinion. I was
Well,
failing
statistically, it's
for
true.
years. Yeah,
Yeah. Statistically,
yeah.
99% of businesses don't. I don't know where the actual stat is. It's in the 90 percentages. It's up there in the 90s, of businesses fail. They don't make it. And so it's like, well, how do we prevent ourselves from being a statistic? Learn from those that have already done it. Because again, everyone in here has access to the same material. Why do you feel like this worked exceptionally well for you, but maybe didn't for some others?
I have a strong presence in my community. Like I am very like I am in like the event space. Like I do like DJ shows, stuff like that. So I think and I have like a lot of like my profile is very like much local, and it's very yeah, I don't know, people all kinda already knew me a little bit, so I think that definitely helped a lot. So when I came in with this offer, people were confused with what I do like, before. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't have a clear offer and messaging. It's just very weird, like, "Oh, you do clinic stuff for vasectomies, and then you're DJing a big festival." Like, what the fuck's going on here? So, um, I think as soon as I got clear on what I was offering, uh, it just kind of snowballed on already that I have a good social media presence, but now I have a clear offer. And so I think it went very well together that I already knew how to market myself well, and I already do a lot of marketing. But now that I clear on my offer, and with your guys' offer that you told me to do, it just yeah, it just worked very I don't wanna say, it definitely wasn't luck, but it definitely like, I thought maybe it was luck, obviously it's not luck, but, like, I can't believe this offer works, and it works for so many other people too, so I'm like,
Yeah.
how can it not
Well,
work for me?
it's volume. Volume negates luck, right? Like
Yeah.
when you just repeat it, when you continue spending on ads every single day, you take a bunch of calls. Because like how many calls have you taken? How many sales calls for the offer?
Uh, Not a lot, like, probably, like, 20?
I mean, that's usually 20 more than most people are doing. People just aren't even going out and getting calls. They're not even running ads to get calls. So, regardless, though, you're doing that. You're continuously learning about like how to sell properly. Like, you're not just hopping on random calls and like winging it. Like, you are following a process. And so, at the end of the day, um, I think it's a combination of like knowing your niche and knowing the people that you're talking to, and like actually understanding like the industry to a T. Also having like proof that you know what you're doing because you also did it for yourself, and so that gave you conviction too, right? Um, Obviously, there's, like, some level of luck involved with everything, but at the end of the day, volume negates luck, and, like, following a proven system also negates luck, right? Like, it'll push down on that. Pure luck is just literally throwing stuff against the wall. But anyway, that makes sense, dude. I think, what you're doing right now is awesome. You'll easily get to 50K in recurring revenue and, like, double within the next few months if you want to. You can get there before Orlando, and I think you should get there before Orlando.
That's the
But,
goal.
yeah, yeah, easy, minimum. Just literally keep doing what you're doing now. How much are you spending on ads a day right now?
200 a day.
Good, okay, yeah, keep it there. You'll be chilling.
Yeah.
And then what's your acquisition cost currently?
It's about $1,000.
Okay, well, that's good
Yeah.
though, like 1,000 to make what's your price point now? Have you raised it or is it still 95?
Uh, s it's still, 9.95, but, one of them was for 12, so I'm
It should be 12 now,
probably
you need to increase. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you need to increase it for
yeah,
sure. You should
so
be at 12 now.
the
Yep,
one today, I mean, I didn't get full, payment, just got the deposit, but it was for 12, so,
nice, solid.
yeah.
That's great, dude. Yeah, keep spending. That's awesome. Last thing, man, what would you say to someone that's maybe on the fence? Somebody that wants to maybe join the community, like be part of these like killers and like actually build their business. Like someone who's on the fence, they have doubts. Like, what would you say to that person?
Meeting everyone in the community in Puerto Rico was crazy, like, all these
Yeah.
other people on the same journey, like, I was like, "Oh," like, what I didn't think much of it, but honestly, it was huge, and I'm still, like, texting some of them, like, every day, and like, some of them are from Canada, where I'm from too,
Yeah.
and so having those connections is huge, um, and it's very kinda lonely doing this because a lot of people don't understand what we do,
Yep.
and so having this community is absolutely massive. I didn't think it would be that helpful, but it absolutely was, and having these calls that Cinemarketer have is absolutely game changing. All the tools and resources that they gave me, I knew if I actually watch all these videos and implement it into my business, there's literally no way I could fail. There's if you actually want to scale your business and follow everything that they're doing, you will make a shitload of money. Like that's
That's great. It's as simple as that, man. It's just like, seriously.
it's
That's great.
not difficult. You don't even have to be like good at sales, in my opinion. I don't think like obviously it helps, but I'm not like a crazy salesperson and these people are paying in full.
Mhm. Yep. You should just
The offer
genuinely,
is
like,
just a no-brainer.
exactly, it's the offer, right? You have to genuinely believe in your offer and, like, know that it's gonna change lives, and then, like, you have to have some baseline understanding of sales, but you don't have to be the best salesperson in the world. It's like, dude, just believe in what you do and genuinely want to help people. And then the rest will kinda fall into place. It's it's literally that. Um, anyway, dude, this has been great. Thank you for your time. Thanks for hopping on. This has been super valuable.
Thank
45
you for
minutes
having
has
me.
been super good. Yeah, dude, thanks for freaking being part of the fam. Looking forward to seeing you out in Orlando, brother. Let's keep scaling.
Yeah.